Samsung's first AI phone is here. This is the Galaxy S24 Ultra with the new flat design, new colors, and more. We're going to walk you through all of the new AI features, including circle to search, generative AI images, and live translate, as well as tons of productivity shortcuts. Let's go take our first look. Let's start with design. The Galaxy S24 Ultra looks similar to its predecessor at first glance, but there are some notable changes here, and that includes an all-new titanium design, which Samsung says is more durable and is more resistant to dents and scratches. On the front, you're going to notice that the display is more immersive than before, and that's because you're getting slimmer bezels around the sides and the top and bottom here, and the camera cutout is smaller. And the other thing that you're going to notice is that the display doesn't have a curve anymore. And this is great, especially for those who like to use the S Pen. So it's almost like you're getting more surface area when it comes to taking notes. And the display itself is brighter than before. You're now getting up to 2600 nits of brightness. That's about 40% brighter in terms of outdoor viewability, so you're definitely going to notice the difference when you're outside in the sun. The Galaxy S24 Ultra has 4 different color options. We have titanium violet here, which I like because it pops, but you also have a more subdued titanium black, titanium yellow, which I think is really nice for people who want to stand out in the crowd, and titanium gray, which looks like a certain iPhone. Let's walk you through the camera system on the Galaxy S24 Ultra, and there's a little bit of a controversial change here because you still have a 200 megapixel main lens, which lets in more light. But instead of having a dedicated 10x optical zoom, it's now 5x, but with a 50 megapixel sensor. So the idea is that you get 10x-like results with a higher resolution by cropping in, and we're gonna have to see how well that turns out in our testing. You also have a 12 megapixel ultra wide, and on the front, you have a 12 megapixel front-facing camera. In terms of specs and performance, the Galaxy S24 Ultra comes with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 processor, which is not only faster than the previous version, it has a built-in NPU that allows you to do a lot of the AI features that we're about to show you. With the Galaxy S24 Ultra, the AI part is not just a buzzword. Galaxy AI is designed to help you do various things faster, and we're going to start with circle to search. So let's say I'm in the gallery, I long press the home button, I circle the item, and this will work in any app where you have an image. And then you can see that there's information down below. And what's great about circle to search is that when you're done, you could just go right back into the app. So that's pretty easy. The next feature is Chat Assist. And as a writer, I take a little bit of offense to the fact that AI is telling me how to write. But for those who want a little bit of help when it comes to the tone of their messages that they're sending, then it's nice to have this assistant on board. So for example, if I'm talking to a colleague and I wanted to say, how the heck did you miss this deadline? And then I go in here and I say writing style. So that's my original. And then the professional version would be, could you please explain why this deadline was not met? So that could actually help me from getting in some trouble with my boss. For those that use the Samsung Notes app, there's a lot of features built in that have AI on board, and that includes the ability to auto-summarize your notes, especially if they're longer. When you're done, you can either add that to the end of your note, or you can start a whole new note with that formatting built in. The Galaxy S24 Ultra has a number of AI features that you can use when it comes to editing your shots. So once you're in the image, all you need to do is just hit this button on the left-hand side. Then you'll want to select your subject just like this. And then from there, you just long press, and you can move them in the frame. Let's say you want them a little bit higher, catching more air. You can make them a little bit bigger like this, while still making it realistic. And then you hit generate, and this is the final shot, and you just hit done, and you have something new in your gallery that looks more impressive than what you had before. The other thing that Photo Assist can do on the Galaxy S24 Ultra is take things out of the frame that you don't want there. And an example here is this reflections. All you have to do is just hit the info button here, and it'll suggest different tweaks that you can make to your image. So for example, you can erase the reflections. Boom, the reflection is gone, and it actually looks like it was never there. From there, you just hit save, and you have a new copy of that image. One of the cooler camera tricks of the Galaxy S24 Ultra is the ability to create slow motion videos without having to record it in slow-mo at first. And it uses AI to analyze motion in the frame. So for example, in this video, all you have to do is just press and hold when you want things to slow down. And when you want it to end, you just let go. And then from there, you can go into the editor and then decide if you want to keep the clip as is with that slow motion segment, or edit it down and save it as a new clip just as a slow motion video. The Galaxy S24 Ultra has a live translate feature built in, so if you're on a phone call with someone else and they speak a different language, it can be translated in real time and transcribed on your display. As an example, we're going to call a restaurant and see what happens when we try to go from Spanish to English. Hi, I'm trying to make a reservation for 2 at 9 p.m. tonight.
Okay, can I take your name?
Sure, my name is Mark. So overall, I'm impressed with the Galaxy S24 Ultra, but let's talk about the price. It's $1299, which is $100 more than the last version, so I'd like to hear from you whether or not you feel like it'll be worth the money. Make sure you follow us at Tom's Guide on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and more, and stay tuned for our full review of the Galaxy S24 Ultra. This is Mark Spoonhour.